ZZZ 2.0 is here, and it's a good time to go over a few things that can help new and returning players figure out what they should be doing in Zenless Zone Zero. I'm Knox, and hopefully this video will provide you some tips to get you started. Let's jump right into it. The first tip I have for you is one that commonly gets overlooked in games like these, and it is to take your time. ZZZ is a game with a lot of mechanics and moving parts that get revealed to you over time. And trying to rush to the end game, you miss some of the little nuances that some of the characters or their mechanics or their core skills might have. Also, there are a lot of things going into understanding different characters, play styles, and different things. It is just very important to take your time, learn how the core of the game works, learn how the core of some characters work, and learn like how to properly upgrade your characters in the game itself as well. Don't be in too much of a rush to get to the end game. ZZZ's end game is very good, but is better enjoyed when you understand the game more rather than just getting there and it's like, hey, what do I do now? The second tip I have for you guys today is to pay attention to your A ranks. And a lot of other gacha games, A ranks, 4 stars, etc. are completely overlooked most times. But in this game, ZZZ, team synergy is quite important, and additionally, a lot of A ranks are quite good. In the case of Nicole, one of the best characters in the game. But there are several good A ranks, Sokaku to name one for Mono Ice, Panyenhu and Pokra for Yishwin, Piper and Anomaly teams. There are tons of good units to use in this game. So do a little bit of research. Find out which A ranks are really worth investing in, and especially when you're going through the early game before you start to get more S ranks on your roster, these A ranks will definitely carry your account to the end game. The next tip I have for you guys today is one that should help out a lot of players, and that's to use your resources effectively. Let me explain what I mean by this. In a lot of gacha games and games in general, if you're using a character in the end game, you want to max out every aspect of that character, their skills, levels, etc., right? Well, in ZZZ, there are several characters that can function in the end game without maximum investment just fine. Like we were saying earlier, like Sokaku. She's a very good character that doesn't require you to fully invest in her core skill for her to be functional in the end game. Just give her 2, 3, or 4 levels into her core skill and she's perfectly capable at that level. There are other characters, let's say for like Panyenhu, who doesn't use his dodge attacks very often, doesn't require you to put a lot of investment into his base dodge attack skill. Versus his partner who's Yishwin, whose ultimates are a very important part of her damage dealing kit, requires you to level up her chain attack, which has a scaling to her ultimates up to its maximum. The reason that is again, not every aspect of every character's kit is used. And these core skills and base skills can sometimes cost a hefty price in their resources. In the case of some base skills, some very rare resources that you don't get a lot of. So making sure you use your resources effectively can help smooth over your experience in ZZZ, and doing a little research into these characters and finding out which skills are worth investing in is a very important thing to do. The final tip I have for you guys might seem a bit controversial, but to me is the most important one, and I stand by this. And that is the most important pull or summon in the game is going to be the character that you will enjoy the most. A lot of people will always tell you that this character is a must summon or that this character is a must summon based on the meta. But I'm going to tell you, no meta is going to save the game for you if you don't enjoy what you're doing. Yes, you want to be able to clear the end game so you can get resources, and of course you enjoy doing the combat, etc. But most of the end game in ZZZ is quite easy, and it all comes down to whether or not you want to use the character to clear that part of the end game. So whenever new characters come out, look into the character, do their trial, see if you enjoy how they play, and then summon for the character if you do, and don't feel too pressured to summon for the character if you don't. Now, obviously, if your goal is to create the most healthy meta account, then yeah, you're gonna want to summon on the meta units. But if your goal is to just have fun playing the game, and summoning for the meta characters stresses you out on every banner, then don't do that. Just summon for the characters that you enjoy, and then maybe for the characters that help get the most out of the characters that you enjoy. If you approach summoning characters in this way, you'll find yourself enjoying the game a lot more and being a lot less stressed out about worrying about what next meta character is coming out and how are you gonna afford to summon them. And that's all the tips I have for you today. Look, ZZZ is a game best enjoyed taking it at your own pace while getting to enjoy these amazing characters and this great combat. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like or a subscribe, especially if you would like to see more. And if you have any critiques or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment under the video. I read pretty much every comment that comes through these videos. But with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.